Penning the piglets, that is my objective today. Let me tell you why. For the last 3 weeks, the piglets have been venturing off from their mothers and going around the homestead, scavenging for spilled chicken feed and whatever else they can find. It's been so entertaining watching them and having them free range around the homestead. They will form small groups and all head out together in different directions, exploring and running around, having fun. It's been a neat experience and it's been enjoyable. However, the last 5 days or so, things are starting to change. For one, they are coming out into our driveway and using it as their toilet. See, we have lots of small pig droppings lining the side of our driveway here. The other issue that's come up is about to be illustrated by this little piglet right here. They're breaching the chicken fence and going in. They're helping themselves to the chicken's water, which is not a problem until several of the bigger piglets come along and decide to make a wallow with the water. Each evening I fill the 5-gallon water all the way to the top, so we have a full 5 gallons, and the next morning when I come out to do morning chores, the water is all gone. That's creating more work for me and having to carry 5 gallons of water out to the chickens now a few times a day versus once every few days. Not cool. But those are the least of the issues. The most important thing and most problematic is the piglets getting into the chicken feed. Originally, all this was really cute, really fun. The piglets were really small and the chickens would just kind of chase them off, and there was no... Clara! Clara's come to say hi. Hi, Clara. Clara, of course, is not part of the problem. She is not causing a ruckus with the chickens. She's not getting into their water. She's a good girl. She follows the rules. Clara was our runt that we were having to supplement feed because she was not getting enough nutrition from her mother. And now she has grown so much since we've been giving her milk that she is no longer the smallest piglet. The other one that you just saw come into the chicken fence is actually smaller than her now. So we're really pleased with Clara's progress, and she's doing really well. Now that the rest of the piglets have grown so much, and we have some fat piglets. I mean, these guys are getting huge. They're really taking over in the chicken area. They all swarm the bowl, and the chickens really can't get in there. And what is our rooster doing? Absolutely nothing. He is actually afraid of the piglets. He runs off. No help there. Are you following me, Clara? Come here. Come here. And she wants some milk now, of course. Made a little mess there. The solution to my piglet problems is hog panels. The gaps between the rungs on the hog panels are much smaller than the cattle panels for the pen that they have right now. So my fat piggies are not going to be able to slip through these holes here. Why not close off the cattle panel with chicken wire? That way the piglets won't be able to go through the gaps in the cattle panel. That might be something you're asking right now. Well, I thought about this. This was something I thought that would be a little bit easier than putting up new panels. Hi, Clara. She keeps following me. I know. So that's something I gave a lot of consideration. However, what I figured would happen is the piglets would push on it and work it, chew it, pull it, and eventually be able to work a hole into it or pull it off the cattle panels. They'd eventually be able to work their way out somehow. So I figured I'd best just go with the hog panel because we know that will work. It got pretty hot earlier this afternoon, so I had to take a little break from filming. I actually took a shower, hence the shirt change here. I have two plans for piglet apprehension. Plan number one is the passive plan, where we bait the new corral for them. We put the feed in there and wait for them to come to it, and then close the gate behind them. Or we go into the chicken area where they like to eat the chicken's food. We'll give them some feed in there and then just start snatching them. That's the more active plan.
It's the faster plan.
It's the faster plan because if we bait it, we're gonna have to wait a while for them to find it. Even if we lure a couple in, we're gonna be waiting a while for the rest of them to show up. I was afraid this might happen. When I was drilling the hole, I pulled the trigger as I was pulling it back out. I should not have done that. It widened the hole just a little too much, and we have a pretty significant leak coming out of here. I tried tightening it down, but it's gushing out pretty good. So using that waterer is not an option now, so we're gonna have to get one of our chicken waterers and use that until we get a replacement barrel.
I gave the chickens their feed, and now I'm getting the waterer ready for the pigs.
So now we're just waiting for piglets to show up.
Yes.
We should go get in position. We have 11 out of 14 in here. Clara is hanging out on the outside, and 2 of her siblings are as well. They got wise to our plans and they made it back to the pig corral and are hiding with their mothers, and we're not gonna go up and we're not gonna go in there and upset their mommies right now. So 11 out of 14 is cool. Now you have your own feed and you can leave the chickens alone.
We're hoping that now that the pigs are out of the chicken yard, the chickens will start giving us eggs again. Yesterday they only gave us 3. We have 15 laying hens. Today we got 4. They look nice. The chickens are all huddled around their water right now. I think they're just happy to have water that doesn't have a pig
But since the pigs have been in there eating their feed, etc., in their water, it's impacted their production, I think.
Yes, and I think they're very annoyed. Red Star was chasing some of the piglets, but what surprised me was that Freddie didn't care. I put a big scoop of chicken feed in a bowl, and instead of going after the massive piglet who came to eat it, Freddie came after me.
The other benefit to having a piglet corral is when our prospective buyers come to look at them, it'll be much easier for them to pick them out with them being all in one spot, and much easier for us to collect them and transfer them to their new home.